So, welcome back to the Infusion podcast, where we celebrate bold voices, brilliant ideas, and the women who are changing the game. October is Women in Small Business Month, and today we're spotlighting two powerhouses who are redefining wellness from the inside out. And up first, I am interviewing the founder of the Love You Club, Miss Markesha Payne. So, if you don't know, the Love You Club is located here in Avondale, Arizona. It is a transformative space that blends physical health, spiritual balance, nutrition, and mental resilience. Through personalized training, wholesome meals, and self love events, Markesha is helping women reconnect their bodies, minds, and purpose. So, buckle up your seats and get ready for a conversation that equals part inspiring, empowering, and we are going to dive into the story behind how this Love You Club came to be and learn more about the woman who built it. So I'm truly thrilled to have you as my guest today, Markesha. So if you don't know how we connected, you could have guessed it. She's in fitness, I'm in fitness, and that's how our paths crossed about 2 years ago. And since then, I've had the joy of watching her grow and thrive. As the founder of the Love You Club, I've attended some events there. She's doing all the things in the community, and I don't want to steal her thunder, but I just want to set up the introduction properly. Every time I see her, she welcomes you with a smile into the club. If you're at an event, if she's making you food, we have not interacted on a daily basis, but I can feel her genuine energy. Sometimes there's people that walk across your life's path, and you just connect and you feel their energy. So, Markesha, I feel that from you, and I want the listeners to learn all about the Love You Club. I know it's more than a business, and it's a movement. So today we're shining the light on you. And before we dive into the interview, can you please share with the listeners your favorite life quote, whatever you tell yourself every day that helps you get up and keep going?
Um, I got like a couple of them, but my favorite is self-created, but self-love is the best love, so love you. And then also, if you can't control it, let it go. And if you can, then do something about it. So those are two things that help me throughout life. For one, the self-love, only because it helps me. I learned to know myself and able to stand in my true, authenticity the whole time. So when it comes to like dealing with life and dealing with things, it's easier for me to just manage and maneuver in the world because I know who I am. So that's why the whole self love movement, the whole love you first is like, it matters because once you love yourself first, everything else falls into place. And then just dealing with daily life, learning that there's things that's out of control and then there's things that, you can't control and things don't happen to you, they happen for you. It just depends on where you are mentally. So those are my favorite little quotes that helps me all the time.
Yes, I love that. And we have to remember that it's how we react to things that happen to us. Because, like you said, life is out of our control. So, how we react matters. We could go off the deep end, or we could just say, what can I control in this situation and what can I do to make it better? And then the rest, like you said, will fall into place. So I love that you shared that. So we're going to get into it. Can you tell us what inspired you to start the Love You Club?
Okay, so the funny story is I am 34. I don't even know my age, but my mama came to my house probably about the moment I started coming into this club as a client. She came to my house and she whooped me. She whooped my grown, can I say a little cuss words? Sorry. But
Yes, you
she
sure
whooped my
can.
grown ass only because I didn't realize I was in a state of depression. I didn't realize I was in a horrible mental state. The way I let my house go, the way I let myself go, like that was my wake up call. She dead ass took her belt out and she spanked me in my own house. And I'm like, but that's mama, you can't do nothing about it. So it made me realize like I have to really put the attention back on me. So she drugged me to this club over here in Avondale, Arizona, and I started in here as one of those clients in the back, um, not confident, just a lack of everything. So it started in this place. And as I kept coming, kept showing up for myself, just kept being consistent, I started seeing the changes. I started to see where I was at mentally. The owner here, she's amazing. And out of all the people that came and circulated, out of all the people that's been in here, something led her to ask me if I wanted to take this over. My previous and my current thing that I do now is I'm a childcare owner. I've been doing that forever. So teaching and, it's stalled in me. But I would have never thought that I would have started here as a student and then took it over. And I was like, if God allow, if He put this in my lap and this is what it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be. She was like, I keep seeing you, I keep hearing your name, I keep dreaming about you. I think this is the right move. So it went from me focusing on myself, trying to get myself together, not realizing how I'm impacting people or who's even watching me go through this or how I'm affecting them, to now I have this space to create the same thing for somebody else, for them to, we all start at the bottom. We all go through this, this space. And it's good to have a place where you can come and you could be vulnerable, you could be authentic, you could be in the worst mental state, you could be in the happiest mental state. Regardless, you're gonna be loved. But the main thing we teach you is to love yourself first. So that's how this came about. Like I wouldn't I just didn't even imagine. I thought I would be a student. And instead of her closing her doors, she offered me the opportunity. God allowed it, and now I'm here spreading the same joy.
That's an amazing story. I did not know that. And yes, the previous owner was amazing. I worked with her on a couple events that I did before it became the Love You Club. And so that was definitely God
Yes.
giving her those dreams and those visions, and you showing up. Like you said, you started off showing up just for you, and God knew there was something more for you to give back to others. So that's an amazing, amazing testimony. Thanks for sharing that. So, was there a personal turning point that led you to focus on holistic wellness? So, I know that you guys offer a couple different wellness opportunities there at the Love You Club. Can you explain to the listeners what those wellness things are that you guys offer?
So besides our variety of fitness classes with all our amazing instructors, everybody has their own gifts that God allows us to carry, right? And so sometimes, um, we led to pray, we led to lead our communities to heal in other ways. So we have lots of events that we be very mindful. Like we incorporate different cultures. We not just like a one-stop place. We call ourselves the one-stop self-love shop. So it's kind of place where, like, let's say you have no faith or you have, know nothing, and you come across a community where you may have strong believers or you may have non-believers or you may have whatever. At the end of the day, this place is a place where you can come and feel loved and get, you know, whole. So besides the fitness, the events, and just being all of the instructors that's here for them really showing up as they authentic self. And so nobody's feeling like I can't be, my faith, or I can't, I could be whatever I feel like I could be in this place and feel loved and things like that. So the events is one of the major things we do. Um, we do outside work, so we love to go out and support our community. We have moments where sometimes we're not even working out. It's just like we need to talk and cry and hug and do things like that. So sometimes I can't give a set thing of like what the Love You Club does, because whatever we are led to do, whatever God has on our heart at that moment, we do. And it's not just me, like the people that teach these classes is a major part of it too. And so because we all know who we are, because we all have that love for ourselves, we able to show up for people that, need it. So when it comes to the holistic and wellness, we got you on the events, we got you on the spiritual need, we got you on nutrition, because what you eat matters. We even have apparel where a lot of people not comfortable with two pieces. They not a lot comfortable with a lot of things or the way their body looks. So we also get you to love the way you look on the outside, not only on the inside. So the Love You Club is just, what can I could keep saying is we the one stop self love shop. Like it's like a box of chocolate, like Forrest Gump say, you never know what you're gonna get when you come here, but you are gonna feel loved. Your cup is gonna be full, and you ain't never gonna want to go home.
Yes. Yes, that's awesome. So I know this question isn't on here, but as I alluded to in the introduction, I always watch you guys on social media, and I saw that you guys were part of a parade here in our local community. Can you share with the listeners about that experience and how you were invited to join the
So
parade?
it was one client and one instructor. Our Zumba instructor left the parade paper on the desk, and she left it in Spanish. And again, we gonna communicate and get it done. However, so when I seen the parade, all I needed to see was the logo. And then we had a client of ours was like, "Oh, you need to sign us up." So I did the research, and I was like, "Oh, this will be cool." And the way that I know our community is and what we created here, I was like, "This is gonna be perfect for us to go and experience something new together." And I signed us up. And we was out there as our first parade, but we had so much fun. It was amazing that they messaged me the following day. I'm getting new parades. We got new ideas, so we about to be in plenty more parades. to that event. It was nice because it was a client and, like, we just came together like family at that time, and it was good to walk around and spread what we do best. Like, what we do is not fake, it's not made up, it's just contagious, real, genuine love, and so to be a part of that, we was expecting we was gonna be walking extra miles. It was short, it was simple. It was amazing. So we like, "Yeah, we going hard next year. We gonna have floats, we gonna be on the trailers dancing." Like, it just feels good to just have a community who understands the assignment.
Yes, and I loved seeing that on social media when I went across the videos. I was like, "This is so cool that you guys are able to do that." So, so the name, I know before you took over, the name of the club was different, and now it's called the Love You Club. Can you tell us how you chose that name? What's the message or the memory or the inspiration behind you naming the club the Love You Club versus keeping the original name that it had?
So of course, I was asleep in the middle of the night and I woke up and my phone, you have a little drawing pad, and I ended up drawing the logo, I drew it from my phone. So I drew the logo and I happened to turn it and I was like, oh, this is like a heart. And it reminds me of like a L, like love you. And I was like, "Oh," and I just wrote "love you" on it at first. So then when I got the opportunity to, like, start taking this over, that symbol and what I drew kept popping up. So I was like, "Okay, I gotta go with the Love You Club." Like, it was given to me. I It was given to me, and then how I got into it, I mean, it started with me loving on myself that whole journey. So it was like it made sense, but it was another one of those things where God gave it to me. I mean, the logo is just some people say, "Oh, you need to get it you need to do other things," but I was like, I'm not doing nothing with that logo because it was literally I woke up in the middle of the night, grabbed my little phone pad, drew this little weird ass shape, went to Canva, added some words, and it was like, I gotta go with this, and it just happened. So between that and then knowing that this all started with me pouring back into myself and just saying, "F everything, Imma just worry about me," that's where it came from. So, yeah.
Yep, sometimes the most simplest logos or branding is the best. You don't have to have anything extravagant because, like you said, you're your true authentic self and people will follow you even if your logo was just a circle or a dot.
Yep.
So so now we're going to talk about empowering women through fitness. Now, for the guys that are listening, we're not man bashing. This podcast is a woman inspired podcast. So most of my guests are women and we talk about how we empower other women. So I just want to throw that out there for the guys that may be listening. So how does your business specifically support women's physical and mental resilience?
So, it depends on where they at when they come in here. They say some women want the physical stuff right away. Some people, it's really a confidence thing. Sometimes it's a mental thing or just like, I just gotta get myself out. So, the beautiful thing with the different classes and what we have and the different instructors, we able to bring out different things. Like, I teach a twerk class here. I've been teaching twerk class since I was a student before I even took it over. That's like probably the lowest class in here, but one thing we do at the Love You Club is we never care about numbers. Like, we always make whoever walk in here feel good. So sometimes when they come in here and it's just one person, they be happy because it's a one-on-one. So now we make them feel valuable all
Yes.
times. But when it comes to like twerk specifically, getting women to feel comfortable shaking their rears or getting comfortable to, touch their body. Sometimes we have to get the mental out the way first before they can even get physical. So I analyze who I'm dealing with. I've worked in childcare, so I know everybody's different. You gotta, be flexible. And so us being able to get them to mentally let go is so much easier for them to physically let go. Or sometimes it's vice versa. Sometimes they good, but they physically can't let go. They just holding on to something. So again, it's not just me, it's my teachers too. And because we not just like it's not the gym, it's not just bars in here. There's dance, there's twerk. Then we have events that might be a little bit trying to, bring a little bit more out you. The space that we create and them knowing that they safe and for them to explore is how we able to like help them. And then to get them to realize like it's not the physical at the end of the day. Like your body gonna be your body. If you going for bodybuilder status, okay, but you should be thankful that you got two arms, two legs, that you can move because there's people who don't even get to have the opportunity. So when we put it
Mhm.
like that as like be thankful for movement, then them being able to go after things is better. They're not worried about, oh, I didn't drop these 10 pounds in 2 weeks like I wanted. But I bet you just picked up that 50-pound box and didn't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? Or you just walked up these stairs and you didn't get tired. It's not always like you got flat abs or you got toned arms. It's really just about you being mobile and you being able to move and being happy that you get this opportunity because there's a lot of people that don't. So that's our thing here. Like, yeah, the results look good, we look good, but we always talk about how we feel because that's really it's a feeling.
Right.
So, yep.
Yeah. And it's crazy that you bring that up. I just shared that in my class this morning to people about, because I teach early in the morning on Saturdays and some people come in, they show up, but it's like, oh, and I'm like, you made it here. You got up. It took you effort to get in your car, to get dressed, to get here. And I said, if you hold up your two arms, you kick your legs. Some people can't do that. They can't stand on their two legs. They're in a wheelchair. Like specifically my daughter, I said, so you might be tired, but we're gonna move because we have the opportunity to
Yeah.
do it. So I just shared that message this morning.
So worth it.
So people just don't get it. It's the little things, even to be able to speak,
Mhm.
to eat by mouth. It's like all the little things we take for granted, and that's what we got to teach people that because they look at us and they're, oh, they're a fitness instructor, they can do everything. No, we can't. We are human, just like you.
Mhm.
We have flaws, just like you, but it's God's put it on our heart to motivate and inspire other people to just be themselves. So, um, so, what role does self love play in your approach to fitness and nutrition? So, I know you guys bring all these amazing events. You have all of these instructors, and you just touched on how you let people know that they have to mentally get out of their own way and love on themselves. Can you touch a little bit more on the nutrition, the meals that you offer? I was at an event a couple weeks ago, and I saw you guys set up with all your meals and things. So, can you tell us exactly what you
So
offer? When you do the events or the meals that you have at the
So
club.
our amazing chefs that we have, um, one of them, again, because her history, she has learned to eat vegan, she has learned to eat clean, she has learned so we get to offer desserts that's vegan friendly or things like that. We get to offer bowls that got everybody in mind. And then you have me, like me, I'm the naughty one in the club. So like I need a little bit of bad in my food. Like I need a little bit of cheese here and there. I need some ranch. So it's like we keep that stuff on backup because you gotta have balance. Like I need my margarita before and after my workout. I don't care. I work out every day
Yeah.
and I need it before and after because we need balance. But at the same time, like,
Love it.
because we all have different knowledges and different experience, we get to bring that, in with our clients, and then it's real. We not sitting here like, we count every single calorie every single day, and we do this like, no, some of us have to let go of dairy, some of us may not eat meat, some of us do this, some of us may fast. So it's like, encouraging them to try different things, to not be scared, to listen to their body. If they need help, we got very good chefs that know what they doing in here. So our meals is like a thing that is, I guess, universal when it comes to eating healthy because everybody can eat it. And then again, we have our days where we about to make chilaquiles with extra cheese, sour cream, and all that stuff. Come get it. Because again, balance. And it's okay for you to eat sometimes. You don't need to, so that's how our approach is with food. So then with them being so good, like they make things that people would never eat, like pumpkin danishes and stuff like that. And these people don't know what they eating because it's so good. So then when it's like, oh, you eating pumpkin, like, oh, I didn't know that. And they gonna start incorporating these things. So we sometimes it's thrown in there. It's like a little secret, like, bam, here, try this. You like it? Oh, this is what you're eating. So maybe you should implement it. So it's just the Love You Club effect. The Love You Club got a special way of doing all kind of things.
And I love that you mentioned margaritas. That's my favorite
Yes,
drink. And I know that people probably say, "You a fitness instructor." That don't mean I don't like to
yes.
drink, boo. I'm gonna have my
You gonna have
margarita.
that.
I'm having one tonight. We're having a dinner at Garcia's Mexican restaurant. I'm like you said, I'm gonna
Yeah.
eat and I'm gonna drink my margarita. And tomorrow I'll work out again.
Yeah.
So the next question is about a client testimonial. Is there a story that you can share of a woman? I'm sure you've transformed many women's life that have come through the Love You Club, but is there one that stands out where you've helped to transform a woman's life after her coming to the Love You Club? And you don't have to give her name,
Yeah,
just the
it's a
story.
quite a few of them. It's so hard to pick one, but I guess
Well, which one comes to mind
all
first?
all of them because because they kind of like in the same similar thing. A lot of them,
Okay.
I'll just like because it's like kind of the same, but one. But the biggest transformation, the biggest thing that happens here is them loving themselves again. That's why I keep doing what I do because they come in this place and they don't. So I can say this for every client because it's like, "Oh, I don't like looking at myself in the mirror. Oh, I don't like doing these things." So now it's like, we can't get them out the mirror. Like, "Why you keep taking pictures? I see the way you posing, girl." So it's those things that make me that's what it is, and because all of them are like that, like, we have transformations, like, we got one who her goal is to hit that 200, and we almost freaking there. So, for the goal to be there physically and mentally to see the mental state of where she has gone, that's probably the biggest one, but that's where I had to generalize it because it's their mentals for me. It's where they grow mentally than physically, and to go from, like, being this little like in a shell to them coming out and it's just like, dang, who is this woman? Like, where's this woman been at? Like, that's who we need to see. So that's the biggest that's yeah, that's that's it. I know I didn't keep it to one, but that's really
That's
that's
okay.
it.
I watch a lot on social media and I do see I don't remember the client's name. I should know because I've worked with her before with Jazz. But she had one student, Jazz is the instructor, if you guys don't know. She teaches at the Love You Club. She had one student that I know was really shy, and then I seen the student leading a song and I about fell out of my
Yes,
chair and I was like, "No, you ain't."
yes.
I was like, "Okay." But that's part of those transformations, like you say, and they coming in the back row, or they don't really, they come one time and they say, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to come back," and then 3 months later, they up there
Yep.
leading the
Front
class,
row
leading the
divas
song,
and
and I was
stuff.
looking, I was like, "Yeah," I was like, "No, you didn't." Her name is on the tip of my tongue, and I cannot think of her name,
I think I know who
but I
you're
know
talking
she's in
about, but
Jazz's
it's not
class,
coming
so
out either, but I know who you're talking about.
I
Being the
know. I'm
song.
just like, oh, but yeah, just to watch that, like go from, like you said, this little shy person, and then they come in and they, if they get around people that truly, genuinely want to help
Yeah.
them, love themselves more, to, be inspired by their own journeys and their own testimony. So yeah, I loved watching her when I saw her because I had to zoom
And
in
see,
because it was on a
right?
story, and I was like, "Can I zoom in? Is that her?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's her. Okay." So
My
yeah,
biggest shock
that was very inspiring to see.
my biggest shock is when everybody upgrades to come to twerk class. That's when I know that they finally hit a level of like, I love this. I love myself.
Yeah.
That's what they
They probably
forget.
said, that'll be my last class Imma try." But when they show up, they done
Yep,
went through
they do.
something to get there because a lot of
Mhm.
people, they like, "How do you just do that and you be on social media and people are recording you?" I said, "As a fitness instructor, this is what we sign up for.
Yep,
Because if you can't be on camera and doing all that, you might as well do something else."
yep,
I said, "Because you don't know who recording. Even if you're not recording yourself, you gotta be confident that what you're doing, you up there and you don't." I told them I zone out. I'm focused on what I'm doing.
yep.
I don't care who
I'm
taking
doing
pictures
what
or doing whatever. But my friend says, like, "How do you do that, T?" And I said, "This is what God put on my heart, and this is what I'm
what we
doing."
do. You
So
gotta take notes, take notes.
it is what it is.
Yep.
Okay, so at the Love You Club, I know you guys offer fitness, nutrition, spiritual balance, and mental health. How do you integrate these things? So if I'm a new person coming into the Love You Club, how do you determine where to focus on with me? What do I need? Like, how does that process work?
So when you come into the Love You Club, you greeted not only with the hi, but with the hug, and not only from whoever's teaching or whoever's at the door, but all the clients in here. We question you like we interrogating you for some reason, but no, we get to know you. We get a feel just like they get a feel, and depending on what their goal is, I know the people that I have around me. I know they strong suits. I know what they're good at. So if somebody is really serious about nutrition, I'm not even going to speak on that because I'm going to have you doing big back stuff and then telling you it's okay, have balance. To where if you really, that's your real goal, I'm going to send you to the people that you really need to go to. And so I'm very big on modeling and practicing what I preach. And so
Mhm.
in here, it's just a different vibe here at the Love You Club, but we definitely gonna acknowledge you. You definitely gonna be noticed, and you gonna feel what I'm trying to say across the screen right now. It's just something about this place. You walk in here and sometimes they just automatically know who to go to. They might walk right past me and walk right to the bar because that's where they need to be because that's where God led them to be. So sometimes we don't have real intakes like gyms. I'm not gonna lie, we don't have people like this is my weight goal, this is that. They come in here. Sometimes they don't even know they need to be here. And then the ones who know they need to be here, they happy that they found it. So our intake is different. It's like a spiritual, like it's a different thing. It's a different thing here. So I can say,
Different
like,
vibe.
yes, it's a different vibe, and so when you walk in here, somebody led to do what needs to be done, but the intake is never really it's probably one time because I did personal training for a client where she came in here and she had to go and she had this and she had that, and I worked with her, and then I learned that I don't like personal training, and it was nothing with her, but I'm a group certified instructor. I love group fitness, I love that, so me knowing that, I know that I will do it. I'm capable of doing it, but it's not my first choice. It's not my thing. So that was like the only time we ever had somebody really want something like that. Other than that, half of the people don't even know why they're here. They don't know why they're
Yeah, I
here.
tried the personal training too, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like the one-on-one. I mean, like you said, if one student shows up, we're gonna teach that one student, but I like the group setting too. I don't like
Yeah,
the
it's
personal
different.
training.
Like, yeah, I don't like the personal training. Like one-on-one in my group fitness class, like if only one person came, that's fine. That's one-on-one private. But
Right.
me actually like doing no, I like group fitness. They come in, I ain't gotta motivate them. Like we gotta motivate them, but it's a different thing.
It's
And so I
different.
always preach to people like, don't do nothing that don't make you happy. I don't never do nothing for the money. I could probably be a personal
Right.
trainer, traveling, making probably good money than group fitness, but it's not where my passion is, so I won't even put no focus into it. I mean, and if it comes and I may, but no, I know where I really and that's another thing. Just making sure you stick to what you really like, really love yourself to the fullest. I'm by that example. I'm a bad talker because I'm a doer. I'm an action taker, so I lead by example.
Yes. So, can you share a little bit more about your events? I know you guys offer a whole bunch of different wide range of events. So, what I'm going to ask you to share is because they can go on social media and if you can look at all the events they've had, don't matter if it's for Halloween, for breast cancer, or just because you want to dance. So, what I want you to share is if someone is looking to use your event space, what is the process? How do they book the space? What does the space offer? Because I want people to start booking and using the Love You Club.
Using the Love You Club, right? Because we the one-stop self-love shop, y'all, so whether you throwing events, birthday parties, we got y'all. Whether you an instructor, a teacher, and you wanna throw workshops, special parties, a lot of people walk in. We do have a website, we on WhatsApp. I be everywhere, but we everywhere. It's like 3,100 square feet of space. We are easy for you to work with. Like if you want to decorate this place out, it's a blank canvas for you. We got Wi-Fi, the speakers, the restrooms. We cater. So if you don't want to cook your own stuff, we could do that. We can decorate. We can come to you. You can come to us. You can rent out instructors to host your stuff. It's just a lot of, let me see, what's the other process besides connecting with us? You can inquire on the website or you could just come in. But other than that, we open to anything. We done had some all kind of events. We done had a rave here. There was a rave thrown here before. There was a wedding that just happened last weekend. So it was a wedding. This space is very versatile. That's why we call it the one stop self love shop. We got tables and chairs here for you, so you don't gotta do it. Our party package, we got it all for you. You just want to bring your decorations and we set it up and you come in. We can wait your party while you having it. So we try to make it easy, affordable, and also, make it easy for a lazy man if you like me. If I can get all that done, I'm sticking to it. But yeah, pretty much this space is like it's whatever you want to do. I am very like we're gonna use this space by any means necessary. We hoping to host a church, so there's a lot of people who been looking for a church space. So we may be having church Sunday here soon. I don't know what church it is or who, but like I said, we the one stop self love shop. We do everything. So yeah, it's easy to connect. Just
Yes.
social media or the website is the best way to go. It's myself or my a booking assistant that goes through the process, or if you walk in, the girls got you here. But it's very easy, simple. I mean, we just try to make sure that you have the best time when you book here.
Yes. Thank you. So make sure you guys book your events.
Yeah.
If you need a space, if you're in the West Valley, or if you want to visit in the West Valley, you just want to gather in the West Valley, book the Love You Club for your self love events and beyond. Like she said, they might be hosting church. So if you want to have a church workshop,
Yep.
no event is off limits.
No event is off limits. Instructors, anybody, y'all can do anything in this space.
So, Markeisha, what has been the most rewarding part of being a woman entrepreneur?
Ooh, you know what? When I saw this, I still was like, "What is?" I guess being strong, but in a different type of strong, like not being the strong that they expect, especially us as Black women being strong, like, oh, she being strong for her kids. She holding like I'm out here to show a different strong. Like you can come out here and you can start a business with no knowledge. Like I don't have no school degree. I didn't even have a business plan and a business loan. Like, it's straight from the like, this is something I want to do. I'm gonna do it. And I'm always like that. Whatever I say I want to do, I just do it. And I jump in head first and let that be my lesson. So showing that type of strength as a woman and not the typical strength. If you catch my drift, being a
Yeah,
single mom,
I
okay,
got
yeah, like, no, like, standing on 10 toes, being able to go in the room if there's men in there and holding my authority with not being shooken up because you're a man or you may be of the other kind. Like, no, I know who I am,
right.
I know what I bring, I know my power I hold, and I'm gonna be like that in every single room that I'm in regardless. So, that's the biggest reward is showing the strength in a different way.
Yep. We have to show up in our own authentic self regardless of what room we're in. They gonna get on board, or we gonna push them out the way. Sorry, I
Yep.
didn't say that, but I did.
No, but that is. You either with it or you ain't.
Yep. You get on board or you get pushed overboard, one of the two, but we're not going nowhere. So they just gonna have to just recognize. So what are some of the challenges you faced as a small business owner and how have you overcome those challenges?
So before I became a business owner, thank God, my mom, before I got into childcare, she made me go like a year, 2 years without no pay. And it was kind of like diabolical, like, dang, mom, that's diabolical. But she made me prepare myself for the worst situations or like just anything so that I'm able to handle and maneuver. So this is why I say it don't happen to us, it happened for us. And depending on where we at mentally is how we get through things. So I was able to learn how to survive if I didn't get a paycheck. I was able to learn how to keep these lights and bills on if I needed to without a dollar. I'm able to go out there and hustle up what I need and do type of things because she put me in that situation. So it wasn't a handout. I'm not a handout baby. I didn't get it was like, you got to earn this first. So I'm about to put you through all this shit to see if you able to hold up. Okay, now I'm about to let you go. And of course, you entrepreneur, sometimes you see money you ain't never made before. You got to learn the lesson of like, oh, you better learn how to budget and finance because yeah, you seeing this money and you start doing stupid shit because you got this money not realizing it's gonna affect shit. So I done been through the ups and downs and the ups and downs and the ups and downs, but I was thankful that she put me in that situation to prepare me for that. So when my back's against the wall, I don't fold. I just figure out the solution. Like I just get it.
Yeah.
So I never preach entrepreneurship as my message to nobody because I don't think it's for everybody. Because it's a mental thing. You have to be strong and you have to understand their sacrifices. You have to understand it's slow. It's a lot of things that it's not for everybody. So that's not my favorite thing to preach to people because if it's like it's not meant for you, that's okay and be happy. It's okay that
Yeah.
you find with flipping burgers at McDonald's. Don't let nobody make that feel no type of way because you flipping fries. Who cares? Like you happy if your bills take care of you, happy you get to do what you want to do. That's good because the stress and the way social media, try to make it seem, it's not for everybody. So
Yeah.
I was put through torture, and so I realized okay, and then I listened when he guided my moves. So if my faith is very strong. Like I might not always be, preaching the word or saying things, but I know who got me. So I don't be like, I just move different in this life. But I
Yeah.
understand it's the good with the bad. You got to be prepared. You got to be flexible. You got to be able to adjust. It's a lot. So I could talk
Yeah.
about all the.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. I'm blessed to still have I mean, I work in corporate America. I've been working since I was 16 because that's all I knew. And when my husband brought me into the entrepreneurial space, I'm like, who has time for this? Like, what if this doesn't work? What if that doesn't work? But like you said, you got to go through it. If it's what you want to do and it's your passion, you have to learn how to deal with it because it's like you said, business is going to be slow. Sometimes nobody gonna show up, but you got to still keep promoting on social media. You got to still let people know, hey, we got this service, or hey, we got this class, because if you don't, nobody will.
Nobody will. Yep, we got to
Yep.
be our biggest fans and our biggest supporters. Like you gonna see me
Yep.
everywhere. So yeah.
Now this is a personal question. How do you stay grounded as an individual and balance your life with running a business? Because I know you have a life outside of the Love You Club, the Markesha Payne life. I know the Love You Club is probably right now your whole life because, like you said, you're an entrepreneur and you have to run everything. But how do you find a balance between the two?
I make balance. So I take and deal with phone calls at a certain time of the day. When I email or I gotta deal with stuff. Lately, I've been not following my schedule like I need to, and I'm all kind of chaotic. But I like time block my day when it comes to like work and stuff. And then I like to make sure that I do something that I need. So sometimes if I'm like overwhelmed and I really need to get away, I like to play The Sims. And I'll play it for like 72 hours straight and then I'll let it go because I just need to let it go. Dance is a big thing for me, so sometimes I'll lock myself in a room, turn some music on, and just let whatever happens. But just spending time with my family outside of what I do for work and stuff, just spending time with my kids. So that's how I kinda keep balance and kinda stay connected and not get so caught up in the whole hustle thing. Like I got a family still. I gotta be normal. I gotta be here. So I make sure that I'm in the right space. So sometimes if I know I'm not gonna be the most, active mom that day or I'm not gonna be aware like I need to be, I'll go handle myself first. So I'll go take that time to go dance it out or take that time to write in a journal or just sit in my car. My car is my sanctuary. Like, I just love to sit in the car. I'll just pull up somewhere and sit in there for like 30 minutes. I don't know what it is with me and cars, but just making sure that I take some type of time throughout the day, even if it's a nap. I love naps. Naps is like my favorite thing because I'm always moving. So I make sure that I do something for myself every single day. Because if I don't, then and it sucks because I know the Love You Club is my life, but I come to all my other teachers' classes, so that's my balance too. Like that's my mental break. That's my let me get away. All right, now I get to go home and be the best mommy in the world. Like I'm not the teacher that day. I'm not the business owner that day. I'm just a student. So I get to go in there and just be like everybody else, and then go home with my cup full like they do. So that's my balance. So yes, I'm trying to pull away from the Love You Club, but that's my balance. It's my headache and my balance at the same time.
I get it. Yeah, you gotta make sure you take care of yourself because we can't give from an empty cup. Our cup has to be well full and overflowing so we can give that overflow to others. So I'm gonna answer this question because I know the answer. I put this in here. I don't know why I put this in here, but it says, "How has your community responded to the Love You Club?" And if you have been under a rock, you would not know the answer. But if you've been following the Love You Club on social media, the community has a great deal of respect for this club. For Markesha as the owner, the instructors, if you just watch their feeds, you see all that you need to see. But now I will let you answer the question. How has your community responded to the Love You Club?
They love it here. Like I said, they don't wanna go home. Sometimes they gotta go make sure they mans is happy because they know they about to be here for hours. They when it's somebody's birthday, when somebody's going through it, when somebody need a hug, it's not just the instructors, it's like everybody. Sometimes the community come to us and be like, "You know so and so is doing this?" Like, "Oh," because we that close knitted. So to know that the respect, like you said, is not only here, it's within each other too. And it's like, we not clients, we family. And you want to be a part of this family. And if you mess with our family, just know the whole squad is coming. Not one, not two. The whole entire squad is coming. And they come through for everything, for birthdays, for just everything. I just be overwhelmed on how the community reacts sometimes. Like it just amazes me. It humbles me all the time. I'm very grateful for it. But I think they love it. They want me in a bigger space. They want me to have a sign. They want me to have all these things. So they go and they spread the word and they talk about us in these rooms. So to have that type of support that's on a different level, it's not just, oh, I'm coming here to get what I get and that's it. Like they go above and beyond. We driving to each other's houses, dropping off gifts, checking in because we haven't seen you. Like it's that deep. So the community loves the Love You Club. The Love You Club is a little popular over here. We trying to get more popular, so y'all need to come check us out. But yes, we popular for a reason. You ain't gonna find
Yes.
us nowhere else.
And recently, the Love You Club, I know this ain't on the list that I sent you, but I'm going to shout this out because recently the Love You Club received an award at an event that our brother Jeffrey, I just love him. He's
We
everywhere
love
all the
him.
time. He wants everybody to be everywhere all the time with him. And I
Oh,
told him, I ain't got that kind of time, sir. I'm going to give you my little bit that I got. But we love Jeff Lim. He's one of the amazing instructors in the Arizona fitness community, and he's all over the place. And he hosted his Rise Fitness Fest a couple weekends ago, and the Love You Club was spotlighted as one of the small businesses in our fitness community that is doing big things. So I just want to congratulate you
Mm,
again. I know I already messaged you and told you congratulations, but that just
mm,
shows how much you guys are doing
yeah, and
because, like I said, Jeff is everywhere
yes,
all
he's
the time.
everywhere.
He
So
interacts
I
with
was not
so many
expecting
people.
that. Uh,
So if he got an award for you, hey, is you
yes,
doing something? Because
I'm
I
doing
mean that man is
something.
everywhere.
'Cause I'm like, I was not expecting it. I was like, "Okay, really, Jeff? Like, dang." But when we go about it, a lot of I think even before me, a lot of the people in the fitness out here in Arizona kinda started here. Like, this is kinda where a lot of people get their feet wet. Like, Jazz, this was her first home. Like, this is Jazz's first home, and
Yeah.
she came in, and I don't know how she even found me. Like, she's like, "I've been following you, and I wanna come here, I wanna teach here, and I wanna learn from you." And I'm like, "Okay, okay." And then we get other people like, "This is my first time being certified, I wanna get my feet wet." So we like not only that safe space for the clients, but people who are just getting into the fitness
Mhm.
world and they feel safe to come here and, explore and do their thing here. So it's yeah, I didn't realize we was like, you know how some people see you, but they just try not to see you because they don't wanna see you,
Mhm.
and then you get people who see you and they acknowledge you and give you your flowers. That was one of those moments that threw me off because I know, some people hear us, but if you don't have haters, you're not working hard enough. You're not working hard
Yeah,
enough. But
that
to be
part.
acknowledged and we not realizing like, yeah, we doing this and we don't ever think how really impactful it is. So when he acknowledged us like that, I was like, oh dang. And Jeff is like you said, he is an important man in Arizona. He be everywhere. And so when he called, I
Yes,
be making time. I be making time like, I got you, Jeff.
I
Like,
know.
I don't know. I was not expecting to do this last minute, but I got you. Like we here. So that was
Yeah, he
amazing.
didn't know I was
Thank
coming. He did not know I was coming. I snuck up on him and I said, You had to figure out some way to get me here, sir." And he said,
you. Yep.
"Hey, you made it." I said, "Yeah, I'm here. I'm here."
We gonna
But
be
yeah, I love that. I love that you mentioned you guys are a place for people to get their feet wet. I've recommended some instructors. I started in the gym because that's just where my mentors were, and so I had to just get out there and do it. We didn't have no little space. I came to the club before for a couple of events, but not. I think I did one event as an instructor, but that's after I had already been teaching. But some people there that fear of being in a big box gym and what if nobody shows up and what if this and the things that you guys offer, like you said, you have people that just show up because there's a new instructor coming. At the gym, you don't have that same, like you a new instructor, unless people know you or maybe they just show up that day and try a class, you may not get nobody. But if you come
mhm,
to the Love You Club, you guys already have a following of people that show up just because they know us. Like you said, it's a family. Okay, we're gonna have Amy. I'm just making up a name. Amy gonna start a new class here on Tuesday night. Once your clients, your family knows that, they don't know Amy, but they know y'all giving her a chance, so they're gonna show up for Amy's
mhm,
class to make her feel welcome. So I give that advice to instructors, especially when they're new and they're I don't. What if they don't pick me at Mountainside or EOS or whatever? I say that's not your only option. I said there are
mhm.
smaller studios that give you an opportunity. You go out there and make it what it is. And I said we have one right in the West Valley, so I always tell them to reach out to you if that's where they need to start. I said because everybody don't start in the gym. It's not for
Nope.
everybody or you may have it come to the studio and have a class in the gym. I mean, you can do whatever you want as a group fitness instructor. You got to just get out there and figure it out.
Yeah.
But there's a lady, she's going to get certified in mixed fit. And I was telling her about you guys because she was like, well, what if they don't take me here at Mountainside? What if they don't let me be a sub? I said, then you create your own class. I can do
Mhm.
that. You sure can. So I'll let you know when she gets certified. She says she's scheduled. I don't know when her training is because I told her if you ain't ready, I even told her you can do a song in my class. But I'm not
Mhm.
I'm not teaching here at Mountainside. It don't matter. Once you get that group fitness certification, you can teach a song up here. One song. We good. You
Yep.
can't teach a whole class now, but you can teach a
But
song.
you could come yeah,
And
you can
so
come,
her
show 'em a
being
little
new,
something.
yeah, yeah. And she said, I didn't know I could do that. So just giving people different lanes and outlets to go through because everybody's path is not the same. So I love that you guys are available in the community and especially on the West Valley. There's not a lot of clubs that we have out here that are like the studio clubs like you guys have here. So the next question is, are there any partnerships or collaborations that have helped the club grow? Anybody you want to shout out as far as your partnerships, your collaborations that has helped the club blossom and grow?
I wanna definitely shout out Jeff because Jeff is a real one. He has, definitely been helping at least get the word as when especially when it comes to them wanting to throw these mixed fit after dark events and all that stuff. He has been a very big person. Candace, a part of Gaines Fit. Gaines Fit. I
Yes,
don't I
game
don't be wanting to
fit.
say it wrong, but, like, Yes, and I have to give Christina Salmons. I do not know how to we just gonna call her Tina. Gotta give shout out to Tina because she was the one who referred me to get on there and to even realize that Candace even knew a little bit about the Love You Club and what I do. I was like, okay, somebody's speaking. Somebody is speaking over here about us. So I appreciate it. Um, we worked with, Kingswell Church. That's been a very, good partnership. So that I was supposed to be at my trunk or treat yesterday, but I didn't make it there. I'm gonna have a partnership with this nonprofit up the street, and what they do, we gonna host their Christmas program here. We gonna host the space because she seen the space, she heard about us, and they do financial literacy. They help with rentals. They do all kind of stuff, and she got a food bank up the street. So these connections and, the clients spreading our name everywhere. I could say quite a few people. It's quite a few people I
I
could keep
know
shouting
there's a
out.
lot. I know.
A lot because yeah, and every one of them I'm thankful for all the time. So, yep. And besides us just going out there and doing what we do and trying to be the same type of help and the same type of referral service and the same type of like, go check her out or go over there. Like one thing we not like our clients is just ours. Like, no, we tell them sometimes you got to go find what makes you move. We might be able to make you move in this
Right.
way, but you might like so and so up the street. We ain't haters. We like whatever's gonna make you love yourself and do what you need to do. That's what so again, because we practice what we preach, we just blessed to be able to come into real genuine connections, real people who really want to see us succeed, just like we want to see them succeed. But I will definitely have to say thank you to those few people in the fitness because and then Sarah, just Sarah for even
She's
just
just, oh,
it's just like just for even like little old me, like out of everybody little old me, really? Like, thank you. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
Sarah
you.
is amazing. I love her. Well, what's your future vision? I lost my spot for a minute. What's your future vision for the Love You Club?
We are
Would you like to expand?
so I love my little space. Of course I want a bigger space, but the goals for the Love You Club coming up these couple years is we want to travel. We want to go on tour. We want to take this vibe to other communities, to other states. I want to host a Love You Club retreat. So I'm like in the middle of creating a Love You Club retreat and just us moving even more in our purpose and being more powerful come this year around and just doing different things. So like we starting to be known here. We'll probably start our little tour in Arizona, but really just going around and making an impact. I don't know where it will end from here, but I have a nonprofit I've been sitting on, just trying to figure out how to get that going so we could be more impactful in our community. But the goal is to go up and to be more impactful. And that's us being out more in the community. So we bring the community to us. Now it's time to get out there and go to them and bring more than just the workouts to our community. So that's the goal.
Yes. So, what advice, if you could give one piece of advice to women who are looking to start a wellness focused business, because your business is backed by wellness. That I know that's the starting point to get people well mentally, physically, nutrition wise. What would be one piece of advice that you would share if a woman's watching and she wants to start a wellness based business?
Is to figure out your why. Are you doing this because you want people to physically have results? Are you doing this because you want uh, people to really, really make lifelong choices that's gonna last. So like, if we chase the results and you hit your physical result, then where do you go? So we want to not only get you physically, but mentally for you thinking about way beyond than what did you eat or what did you do today? How did you feel? Did you love yourself this morning when you looked in the mirror? Like, why do you feel this way when you may see this person or you may do this? Like, fitness will have you addressing a lot of stuff that you didn't think you needed to address but you gotta be
Hmm.
mentally ready to. So, just knowing your why, like, if you really just doing this to have women look good, snatching up, you can do that. You can create a whole get your BBL without doing a BBL. We just looks, whatever. If it's more of a, like, I want a whole well-connected, lifelong and thing, just know your why, and I think that's with anything that you do, but to know your why and to know that you're gonna make money regardless. If you're doing what you're supposed to do and you walk away in your purpose, the money will come. So I always preach, don't ever do it for the dollar sign because if you sign you up for up for something because you're expecting a dollar, but you're not expecting that work, you're not gonna ever receive that dollar because you didn't even expect it. But when you're doing something that you know you're supposed to be doing, that you're passionate about, that will make you happy, the money will come. So That's why you heard me say why instead of like, well, choose well, if it makes money, if it makes you happy, then nah, it's really choosing your why
Yeah.
and knowing why because then you'll be able to be fruitful later because you know what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's great advice because a lot of people think that, oh, yeah, I'm gonna start my own business. I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna do that, but they don't want to do the work, and the money's not coming in fast enough. But the money's not gonna be fast when you're the only one doing it. I mean, I know we have people that are working with us, but when it's your business, you know the why. You want it done a certain way. It takes time. So I'm
Mhm.
glad that you said that because a lot of people think, oh, I could just, start this or I can do that. Because people have reached out to me, hey, can you train me on how to make shirts? Can you train me on this? Are you ready to work? Because you guys see me on the videos doing it, but I didn't learn that overnight. My son and my husband taught me. I messed up. I had to keep doing it. I'm still learning, trying to make different things. So it's not some instant. I said, so if you're not willing to spend 3 or 4 hours for me to show you the things, then it's not for you. You're gonna have to go somewhere else because I'm not gonna waste my time unless you are truly dedicated. Is this is something you want to learn? Because when you leave from my house after the training, you're not gonna go and just make money because people, for one, like you said, you got to promote yourself. People may not know you. They don't know who AZ Shirts is or whatever you call your company. You got to let them know because there's so many other people out there. And if you're just doing it for the money, you're never going to get anybody. You got to do it because it's in here. It's something that you're passionate about and that you want to give back to the community. So I love the knowing your why. So if you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice, can't see. We live and real and authentic. I can't see up here. If you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice at the start of your journey. So if you could rewind to when Sarah first said, hey, Markesha, this is the opportunity that I have for you. If you could go back to that very first moment and do something different, one thing, what would it be? And I know that's a loaded question, so
Yeah,
take your time.
'cause I was like I'm trying to think, maybe finding the right person to set me for what I see this club to be, having that mentor. Maybe me having a mentor for where I see myself to be. Cause again, I don't know everything. And like I expressed earlier, when I want something, I just dive in it and I'm gonna learn later. So really having somebody who probably maybe there's nothing like fully like the Love You Club, but somebody who's like, okay, I see the vision. Let me help you successfully put this out so that I can skip some of the steps. Like I understand the sacrifice may be there. Like I'm gonna have to pay for me a mentor to get me to the next place I want to be because I can't take myself there alone. You know what I'm saying? I could study all I want and do all I want, implement, but the things I really want to go, I got to go above me. And that's another thing I preach too. Don't be afraid to be the dumbest person in the room at a moment. We all gotta learn, we all gotta grow. So if I could just like had a mentor that understood my assignment so it could be executed a little bit better. But I love the lessons as I grow. I love the jumping in dirty work too. But that's the only thing. But I wouldn't change nothing about it, not the process. I wouldn't have changed the ass whooping I got to make me wake up to be like, oh, you need to change your life. Nope, it would only be to like find me a mentor that could help me but we here now. I'm almost there to be able to give me a mentor. So
That's
in
good
God's
news.
timing.
So before we close out the podcast today, is there anything that you want to share on a personal level for those that are watching you? I know you shared that you're a mom. Is there anything else that you want to share um, about Markesha? We've talked a lot about the Love You Club owner, but just you as a person, is there anything that you want to share?
I feel like I shared like me through there. I guess since now I'm in a place where I know myself, I would just say to like I've been saying all day, stand strong in who you are, love yourself, know who you are. Don't be afraid to be the dumbest person in the room at the time that you're trying to do something. Don't do anything for the money. Do it for I don't know. I always say I'm not from this planet. I don't know. I'm like a little alien. I don't know how I see and perceive the world and do things is so different. I could just tell you I'm like a box of chocolate, just like the Love You Club. And that's why it is the way it is, because I'm the same way. You never know what you're gonna get with me. You never know, but it will be
I
authentic. It will be love. It will be genuine. I'm a Pisces, so I'm very just but it's like don't I got a three-strike rule. Three strikes, we done. Like I could turn real sour patch and real evil, but I try not to be that way. You know, I try not to be that way. But yeah, I'm a box of chocolate, y'all. Just like my business.
she
It's
said I
under
can turn real
it's
sour patch. Y'all don't get
yeah.
on her bad side. We don't want to
You
bring
know,
out
we
the
got the
Sour Patch.
nasty chocolates in the box. You know, there's some nasty chocolate in it. I got all of us got a little nasty side. I'm the little chocolate that you want to throw away on the side too sometimes because I know myself. So again, there's times where I'm very passive, but it's like, don't play me. I'm not one of those people you could play because I know, and it's sad. Some of us don't know ourselves. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, my cheekbones are sore from all the smiling I've been doing on this podcast. So thank you for that.
I really appreciate
Markeisha, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you sharing your incredible story. Your passion for wellness and empowerment has shown through this interview. If you didn't know, Markeisha, you didn't know the self love. I keep saying the self love. The Love You Club is all about self love. God, my words are getting
it's
twisted.
all right.
But if you didn't know and you're watching this episode, I hope it came through the screen, the passion that this woman has for loving on yourself, for being available to the community. So if you are looking for a space to work out, you're looking for a place to teach, you're looking for a place to host an event, or just a place to be, show up at the Love You Club. It's in Avondale. You can find it on Google. I don't know the address off the top of my head, but I'm going to have Markeisha tell it to y'all in a minute. But find them on Instagram, all social platforms at the Love You Club for any updates about events and things that they have going on. So, can you please share with them the address? I know the
Yeah.
street
Yeah.
name, but I don't know the numbers.
It's okay. On social media, it have us it's for some reason it have us in Tucson. We not in Tucson, y'all. We in Avondale, Arizona, 57 North Alicio Felix Jr. Way. I almost forgot my own address. Avondale, Arizona,
See,
y'all.
that's why I had you to read it off because I know the way, but I didn't know the numbers.
Yep.
I'll be sending the people to the wrong place.
At a third party DMV. If y'all familiar with this area, we bought right next to the third party DMV. But yes, right on Dysart and Van Buren if that make it easier. But we not in Tucson. So don't let social media have you scared to drive over here because we not in Tucson, y'all. I think that'd be half the problem. They be like, Tucson. No, Avondale, Arizona.
Yeah, Avondale. It's not as far from Tucson. So, but thank you again, Markeisha, for sitting down with me. I appreciate all that you're doing for the fitness community. I'm sure you guys have guys show up, but I'm all on my woman empowerment journey right now.
Yeah.
So, thank you for all of the women who you are empowering through the Love You Club. And I appreciate, like I said, everything that you're doing. And be on the lookout because I'm planning another workshop and I will be booking your space. I did one a couple years ago when Sarah was still in charge, and it's time for another one. I'm just trying to plan it out. So it will be hosted at the Love You Club. So
Yeah.
stay tuned for that.
Perfect.
So coming up coming up next on the Infuse You podcast, I'm gonna sit down with Coco Jackson. She's a good friend of mine, and she's the founder of One Love Smiles, which is a mobile teeth whitening service. Again, we're spotlighting women in small business. So we'll learn about her entrepreneurial journey and the heart behind her business. So you've been listening to the Infuse You podcast. We hope that something said today will help you along your life journey. Until next time, continue to do you, be you, infuse you, and be blessed. And don't forget to love yourself first. I took that from Markeisha. You guys have a great rest of your day.
Bye.